It's Tyler, and today we are back on the FTB Research Lab land, and I wanted to do a little bit of a something to start this because I noticed that we had one of these greatwood trees outside of the place, and I noticed that it has spider webs on it. So one, spider web's good for string, yeah I know, blah blah blah, but the awesome thing about these huge greatwood trees are, underneath them, if they have spider webs, is usually a chest and a spawner, so that's why those little guys are spawning. So if we just do a little bit of digging around here, you're going to see, oh, there's a spawner, and then the chest right below it. So let's just get rid of that spawner. I hate cave spiders, and oh my god, did we get lucky. So we got a steel helmet, that's not the lucky part, 2 CDs is not lucky, 3 shiny ingots is not lucky, a steadfast drone is not lucky, a safari nut is not lucky, and this portal gun's useless. This piece of wheat could be the most... No, I'm just kidding. This portal gun is amazing. Those who know about the portal gun mod, or not mod, well, mod and game, Portal is a game where if you were to have the portal gun, you could right-click somewhere to place a portal, and then left-click to place another portal, and you can walk through the portal and come out the other side. How awesome is that? So if I wanted to go to our newly planted rubber... Well, how sweet of you. So now I'm back, very far away from the place, which is a bit of a problem. I'm going to make my way back there because unsuspected creepers, and then I'll explain more about the portal gun. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm not going to be right back because watch this. Ready? Blue portal, and... boom. How sick is that in every way possible? Yeah, you know it's sick, you know it's awesome. So now I can place one there, and finish my no? Not feeling it? Okay, well, maybe it doesn't want to work right now, that's fine. But anyway, I set up what I wanted to do before I saw that tree and had these stupid little spiders attack me, was I planted a little rubber tree farm. And the rubber tree farm is basically for the use of getting rubber, because I needed some for what today's episode is about. But you basically just chop down the rubber tree, and there's a chance that you're going to get these raw rubber. The raw rubber can then be used to create, it can be used as slime balls, first off, but it can be used to create rubber bars, and then rubber bars can be used to make all kinds of fun stuff from Mine Factory Reloaded, as well as smelting into plastic, which can then be made into plastic sheets, which is basically the basis for all MFR stuff. So today we're going to be working on a little bit of MFR, a little bit of open blocks, and a little bit of thermal expansion. I want to create a way to store my XP in a liquid form. I have 20 levels of XP. I don't really want to use any of it on enchanting because I'm not really an enchanting kind of guy. I think it's kind of useless, to be honest. So I want to store all of the XP that I have in Mob Essence. Now, how am I going to do that? We're going to do it an interesting way. I have here set up 2 XP drains, okay? We're going to grab those, simply just 9 iron bars. You know how to make those. So we have our XP drains. I'm also going to need these tanks, and I'm going to make 6 of them just because I feel like that's going to be enough, but if it's not, we'll make some more. So boom, I've got some panes left over, we'll just stick those in there. Then I've also got the XP shower. Awesome. Now, this stuff on its own will allow us to store liquid XP, but it's really not going to allow us to do anything with Mob Essence. This crafting table has what's going to allow us to do Mob Essence, and this is where I needed the plastic sheets, as well as the factory machine block, which is made from plastic sheets, which is made from 4 plastic, which is made from rubber bars. So that's why I needed the rubber. We can get 4 sewers. Now, sewers have a couple of uses in the game. You can place them down by animals, and it will start collecting, basically, their poop. And you can store sewage and use it for a bunch of different stuff. We may do that in the future, but what I want to use it for is the ability for it to collect XP and output it as Mob Essence. And I know you guys don't know what Mob Essence is yet, but we are going to be using it in the real near future to set up some mob spawners. So let's place down, I kind of want to put the sewer right there. Very simple interface, does not need power in any way possible. It's just going to collect stuff and then put it into these tanks. Very cool. We're going to put down 2 fluid ducts just going to right here, where I'm going to put down one of our tanks right here. We're going to do a nice little 2x2 tank here to store our liquid XP. Now, what do I want to do now? I want to go up here, And I want to put our drains right here. That's why I kind of had this marked off. So let's dig that. We're going to put down 2 tanks right here. And then we're going to grab our drains. And we're going to put the drains right on top. Now, what this is going to do is whenever I walk over it, it's going to steal my XP from me, and then store it in this tank. So, it's draining out as you can see, and we're going to have liquid XP. So let's just run downstairs, take a quick look at that. I turned off my NEI stuff. I think it's no, not key bindings. World, highlight tooltips, shown. There we go. So now we should be able, no, that's not going to do it anyway. I should be able to see how much liquid's in that tank. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but that's fine. But we want to pump out the liquid from here now. And I want to make this look as clean as possible. So I don't want to really have a ton of wires up here, but that's fine. Let's just go like that and not use our portal gun like that. We'll throw, do I have any wood on me? No, that's fine. We're going to cover this all up anyway. We'll have some fluid ducts running right from there. We're going to need to take our hammer and make sure that these are on. And then we'll grab a certain thing that can make sure these always pump out, since these would need a redstone signal in order to send fluid through. So now I want to put over here another tank, just to store everything that comes from there. Once again, it's kind of just like a backup, having these tanks here and this tank here, just in case things overflow, which they never will, but that's beside the point. And then I want to put the XP shower right onto here. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to get the XP through me standing on there, emptying out my XP. It's going to go into this tank, it's going to come out of this tank through this fluid duct into this tank, and then from this tank the XP shower is going to take it back from the liquid form, turn it into regular XP, and send it right on top of our sewer, which is going to collect it, turn it into Mob Essence, and then pump it into this tank. That's what I'm hoping. And since I highly overestimated the amount of tanks that I had, we might as well just make this as big as possible and see how much liquid XP we can get in there. These tanks are cool. There are more tanks that you can make in the game, such as the simple buildcraft tanks, which I'm sure we've all used. The portable tanks from thermal expansion, which are very nice. Smelteries can technically hold liquids, so that can work as a tank. We have our open blocks tanks, which I like. And then we also have our iron tanks and steel tanks from Railcraft, which we will make in the future because those are my favorite because they look awesome. But this will work for now. So I want to grab what we're going to need to get this all set up. And I have these pneumatic servos, and these came with what Joey gave me to start off. And they're pretty simple to make. It's just redstone, glass, and iron. But they basically allow you to get total control over your pipes, fluid ducts, and all kinds of that kind of stuff. So now that the pneumatic servo has been installed in here, you'll see it took up 2 of ours. We can just right click onto here and we have a little interface. It's going to tell us if we want to filter out fluids, but this is the button that I want to put. Redstone control. Right now it needs a redstone signal in order to get rid of stuff, and I want to turn that to off. So now that's going to start flowing, that's going to start collecting, and oh my gosh, just look at it go. How awesome is this? So we're going to be pumping it in, it's going to be sending it out, putting it into our sewer, and automatically pumping Mob Essence into this tank. Mob Essence is cool, it's going to be used for a lot, but this is working actually a lot better than I even expected it to. I expected to have to put in a ton of servos and stuff, but that worked really well, soaked up all of our XP, and we already have a lot of Mob Essence. So that's really, really awesome. I can turn that to off. We only need to have that running. But I don't want this to look how it is. It looks kind of messy. So we're going to play with something called microblocks. And microblocks are just possibly the builder's most favorite tool in the world. You should see in your NEI a ton of little tiny blocks. And you can make these by making a saw. Very simple. Iron, we'll go with an iron saw just because. So we're going to need some stone, grab some of that. We're going to need some regular sticks, so grab some wood. And then we're going to need, not to place that fence in the air, some iron. The reason I have all these fences was because we had that area fenced off downstairs, and I wanted to get that now set up. Hey Creeper, how you doing? Let's make our saw. Stone tool rod, boom boom, we'll make a bunch, that's fine. We need our sticks, boom, and boom, we have our saw. So now we can take blocks and we can essentially just cut them up. So let's make 2 stone brick slabs. Simply just stone brick underneath our saw. We can grab that, use a little bit of durability, but that's fine. And then we can place these down just like regular slabs. But the awesome thing is, we can place them down as non-normal slabs. We just made stairs. How awesome is that? Not the coolest thing in the world yet. So let's grab these back. Let's not crash. Oh, how did you get in here? What the heck? Can we do... oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, pressing G with a portal gun will pick up entities, which is really nice for carrying cows around, but I don't recommend picking up creepers, as you just saw. Death count 2 for this episode. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I took time to kill some more stuff, get some more XP, stand on here, drain it out, so nice. And what were we doing when we last died there? I don't... Oh, we were playing with the saw. That's right, gotcha. So now we can take the saw, we can do another on the stone brick slabs, and we have panels. How cool is that? We can take the panels, we can place these down as well. They're nice and thin, but what we want is covers. So let's go one more on these saw to make stone brick covers. Now these can go over pipes and practically make them invisible. So now we can do boom, boom, boom. How awesome is that? Now we only see that one right there, which we can make a hollow cover. Well, I thought that you made hollow covers that way, maybe not. Hollow cover. Yeah, they're made somehow. I'll figure that out. But we could place a hollow cover right on there of spruce, and then we wouldn't see the pipe there either, and this would ultimately be a completely automated system here, completely invisible, and I'd say it's pretty awesome. So this is how you get a ton of mob essence just from XP from your own player. So if you create a mob farm where they just drop and you can one-hit them, you could place these drains all along the side of it where you're hitting them, and you could essentially just stack yourself in mob essence, which is really, really nice, really, really awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's kind of short, I think, but that's okay. Next episode, we're going to look at getting some more resources in the way of making a quarry. So we're going to make a quarry, we're going to get a sorting system kind of set up, and then we're going to look into storing things a bit in a more advanced way. I wonder what I could be talking about there. But anyway, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!